We're back in this episode of Here Collects Transgender Hate Mail, Homosexual Hate Mail, Atheist Hate Mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screen caps on YouTube TV that are supposed to comments. I'm in against TV lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning. If you like what I'm saying, go ahead and click on the video. Now, why I say there's hate speech on videos because there's no hate speech on videos. It's speech you hate. That's the story. Let's continue on people getting things wrong in these comment sections and me trying to straighten around with viruses and basic biology, and they get ticked off about that. Also important to get vaccinated so you can help stop the spread of germs. Let's continue on here. Okay, so overlap, but it's important to read it because we don't miss anything. I named him Kermit, which later realized sounds more feminine and surprised a number of people called him she because of this. But now I have two female guinea pigs named by someone else after the two of the Spice Girls. One is a little more than half the size of the other due to perhaps part and puphood malnutrition, but mostly completely natural variations in size among the species. Sure. Not yet. Oh, finish the video first. I can do that. I'll go down and get it. 1 second. Okay, rack. Yeah, how the hell about with a few more things. Well, we got it. We got everything done. Let's continue on here. Caramel. She sees woman. Okay. And even despite being named after a woman, people have taken the larger word for male under the assumption that the size difference is due to sex, biological sex. Male cats do act differently than females when they reach sexual maturity, but no, there's no difference between behavior related to gender with kittens. Sex and kittens. Why would you treat a cat differently? Car differently because it's other gender called cat. Almost like everything down gender. It's a cat. Yeah, so the cat wrong. Someone's a cat wrong. It's a cat. It doesn't understand why you've begun treating it in a different way, and likely feels abandoned because it is an animal who was once welcomed and now has been ostracized. It's your own fault if you misgender. Click. An animal. It's your duty as a decent human being to treat the animal with kindness, regardless of whether it grows balls or boobs when it's old enough to have had puberty. Seriously, that as animal abuse, if an animal has gotten used to a specific behavior, is suddenly punished for performing that specific behavior. Same reason why you potty train dogs as soon as you adopt them. They get used to peeing on the carpet, being acceptable and normal, they won't understand why they're being suddenly punished for it. They'll feel upset at their confusion. I'm sorry. That's just ridiculous. It's just one. Someone else says, glad to see another logical and considerate person. So many people think, click, that animals don't have emotions or ability to think, and it's just ridiculous and so sad. As a professional dog trainer, it makes me sick to see people getting a puppy because it's cute and get rid of it as soon as it pees in the house, or chooses something or nips at a child. Puppies get lonely, anxious, uncomfortable, or excited, overwhelmed, frustrated, confused, curious, and upset just like human children and need constant rules and commands with firmness, compassion, and patience, not to mention access to water at all times, proper nutrition, age, style, size, and exertion. That's a full family of complete cretins. If I were you, I would just slowly back away and never contact them again. With enough time, and any boy name can become a girl name through lies, like Malcolm or Weeze. No, no, it can't. Malcolm. Blake. I'm Malcolm. Blake. Maybe, but not Malcolm. Yo. Stupid. Actually, female betas can be aggressive too. I love betas and fish in general. I miss every single one of them. Dang, that poor cat. Also wish you the best. Heart emoji. Poor cat probably couldn't understand why it was so suddenly and abruptly being ignored. That's just messed up. I hope your family accepts you if, when you come out, start lying about your biological sex and start using your proper for lie pronouns and possibly proper name for live name. It's not already gender neutral from then on. It's lying about your biological sex. Stop lying about your biological sex. This happens to my grandma and my grandma. We got a cat and thought he was a girl's, so we named him Lucy. Well, the vet said he was a boy, so we named him Lucky Lucy. Lucky, because how lucky we were to find out. We had a boy cat. We had two girls cats too, and we kept Lucky because he's fun. It's a funny memory. No one cared that he had his name changed or anything like that. And someone said, "Okay, here we go. I give you and your cat lots of hugs, lots of yous. I'm so sorry for your cat and tough situation you're in. I just want you to know that no matter what is said or done, you and your cat will still be truly loved and accepted by others. I love you, dear individual. I hope anyone and everyone sees this and reminds them that it's truly meant for them too. I love you all, you beautiful people, and potatoes, heart emojis, red heart emojis. We love you as many more. We love you, all caps. We love you. and many more will love you, accept you just the same. Too many emojis, smiley face and hands emojis, different color heart emojis, all caps. Still, we love you. Anyone and everyone are worthy. You are worthy, always have been, and always will be, and you will be accepted and loved. Many what? Ah. Accepted and loved, many out there. We are all here with open arms. Always you will be and will always be here for you. Too many smiley face and hands emojis and hearts. We love you, precious beings and potatoes, hearts, smiley faces. Yeah, yeah. Someone says, cats don't probably care what humans think of their sex or gender. They probably don't care about what other cats think. About to have a talk with your family. You don't effing do that to an innocent creature, let alone something you raised and treated well until something uncontrollable happens. That's so horrid. I surprised the cat doesn't have trust issues. Poor cat. Thought my cat was a girl. When we found out it was a boy, my mom didn't have a bad reaction and needed to die. I'm sorry about your cat. It should have been treated the same as it was before. So much comments about cats. I didn't expect this. I got 2 cats, give them female names when they turned out both were male. Part of my family is accepting this, switching pronouns constantly. Part of my family didn't accept it and gave them male names. I accept the fact that they changed the names of my cats into Paul and Felix. There's only one called Lily, the other one Fee. His name is Lily. So nice her name is Lily. What's the matter though? I don't get why their animals must have names fitting their gender. WTF? Yeah, it's kind of confusing a little bit. I don't know. Never gonna happen. I'm talking about my sexuality. If my cat's names are already a problem. How they lies and that's beautiful written. You're neuroversion by chance. I'm sorry for that cat, but I stand your grandma, or your grandma's my spirit animal, basically. Also, you're right. Being trans often does make your life harder through lies. I mean, yet you do it because it's easier. Now, I see many classmates who can't believe and told they were disgusting and weird because they're lying about their sex. Stop lying about their sex. I went through something similar to this. We had a guinea pig we thought was a boy. It grew old and realized it was a girl. Family didn't give a ding. When my dad freaked the F out. Later I realized I'm trans through lies. Can you imagine how effing scared I was when my dad found out? Long story short, he wasn't too pleased because that's lies. Stop lying about his sex. I'm sorry for you and your cat. I hope you're both okay. Frowny face emoji. Let's go. Old school. Colon bracket. Frowny face. Oh my gosh, the story is so cute. RIP to your fishy. It sounds like she had a great owner. Someone else says exactly. As a person who is trans, mask, girl must be a boy. I think they would react somewhat similar to that. Someone says, excuse me, he tried to get physical with it and they wanted to cuddle. What the heck is wrong with him? No offense to you, but I always just try to say, but what's wrong with people? All caps. What is wrong with people? This makes me so mad. Back to normal. Poor cat. OMG, it feels so bad. That's absolutely horrible. I'm going to take a story of a human. There was a little boy whose parents always wanted a girl, so they dressed him up like a girl. That doesn't work. It's a lot easier to tell if a human is male or a human is female than it was with the cat. Sorry. Let's go. Read more. Oh, the cat is okay. Regardless of age, it should be pretty easy to tell the gender of a cat, but kind of, eventually, depending on what you're talking about. When they're super young, unless they have big balls. When they get older, it's a lot easier. I have a kitten when it was a week old. I bottle fed it and everything. Thought it was a girl. Click. What time I got? Got time. I read everything. I thought it was a girl. Named her Artemis. Then one day he cleaned his penis right next to my face, laughing to your crying emoji. He was just an arty after that. I raised other kittens, but one was obviously male. Hope your cat is okay. I agree. To be honest, the first question I asked was, why do you want to be a guy? Then my answer is, it's easier to be a guy and all this stuff. No. The question I was asked was, why do you want to be a guy? Then they think that my answer is, it's easier to be a guy and all this stuff. No, yeah, as they think it is. Yeah. I want to be a guy because I feel more confident as a guy, so it's easier. Feel like myself as a guy, lying about your Michael sex. Feel like the right gender I'm supposed to be in through lies. Yes, you're born with ovaries, so it doesn't work. Max is almost like a guy, so stereotypes, right? Although I am still figuring out what I truly am. It's easy to figure out what you are. Basically, that's physical. You're born with ovaries, you're female. Born with testicles, you're male. So done. Who you are is a different story. Who you are is up to you. But that doesn't mean you lie about your Michael sex, though. Stop lying about your Michael sex. So let's go. I am still figuring out what I am. What I am, she says. I feel like I am a guy through lies. There's nothing easy about transitioning into a guy because all the lies, It's just lies. Stop lying about your sex. Someone says, I'm so sorry for King was treated that way, and that you, by extension, have to fear that you, too, will be treated that way, all while having to live with the very same people who behave so horribly into an innocent cat. Friday face, old school Friday face emoji. I hope the cat is okay. Old school Friday face emoji. Yeah, it's not often emotional, but this made me tear up. It's very disgusting that people can be so cruel to an animal with delusion. I hope you and your cat are doing well now, and read more. And however old you are, I wish you good luck. Hopefully you can get out there sometime and take your cat with you. I have a smiley face emoji, old school smiley face emoji, colon bracket, and smiley face. That was just cruel. Nobody deserves it, and certainly not a cute little animal. Even if being trans is bad, it is. Also, it is not through lies. It's a cat. It's not a sweet cat. It's not like a sweet cat. You don't know the better more thing. I'm thinking maybe trans, also lies I was told, and it really hurts to see bad things happen to people like me who just want to be happy through lies and appreciate the way they are through lies, physically, emotionally, through lies. Hope you and the cat are all right there. Stop blaming my sex. Poor cat didn't do anything wrong for life emoji. On one hand, unlike the cat, you can defend yourself, and if your family tries to get physically violent, sure that happens. I'm sure that happens to somebody, and I say, what you believe is male, feeling is not. 1 second. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube and TV.